Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here, it really is.
This truly is a place of which you never tire. The San Siro, one of the most historic of football venues in Italy, or indeed anywhere. Things already rolling.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the front three, especially the wide men running at and beyond the defence, there's going to be an awful lot asked of the midfield. They have to supply those balls the attack can run onto, while at the same time maintaining the team's overall shape by linking the front and back.
And here's Thuram. Tries to play it through. He's in plenty of space here. He's got away. Well, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, Peter, I don't think you're going to get many defenders who are as good as this fella, Koundé. When it comes to building from the back, I mean, he's always boasted impressive forward passes where you see him hit the front line with diagonals, switch play. He's got a great varied passing game, but I really have been surprised at how good a ball carrier he is.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Now it's Kvaratskhelia. Chouameni.
It's not the game we were hoping for, Peter. I think both of these keepers could text about their respective uninvolvement.
Oh, terrible pass. Plays it in, and the finish! Vitinha. And the pass is intercepted. Thuram. João Neves. Doué. Chouameni. And he's picked out the run. Conte. Tries a shot! Oh, it's fallen kindly here. Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Dembele really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Now it's Kvaratskhelia. Vitinha looking for a runner. Oh, he's found support out wide. Oh, well played, well played. Mbappe. Now it's Thuram. Almost half an hour in now. That has not gone well. João Neves. Fabian Ruiz. Doué receives it in a wide position. It's a sweeping cross. Big chance! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! And Paris Saint-Germain take the lead. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
It's the ball! It's hit the upright. Tacho is there to clear. Nicely intercepted. Kvaratskhelia proving a very adept defender. It was a good tackle too.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
And it's been played through. And he shoots! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
And here's Thuram. This is a promising build-up. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. That's been cut out, well played. That's a sharp pass. And it's Conte. Into the final 5 minutes of the first half. Hernandez in acres of space out wide.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
France with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. He's shooting! Oh, the ball's run loose here. That is ended up in no man's land. Hernandez. France can try it again now. Corner number 2 then. And now a sudden chance to counter. And it's made its way to him. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Paris Saint-Germain up by 1 goal at the halfway point.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football, plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Paris Saint-Germain just ahead here in a tight game. They are 1-0 to the good.
Ricordiamo a tutti i tifosi che è possibile fumare solo nelle apposite aree segnate sulla mappa. Grazie. Sostituzione per la Francia. Numero 25.
So off we go again.
Sostituito con il numero 26.
Well, my advice would be to keep at it. If you're doing well, keep it going.
Dembele. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. But he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Upamecano cuts it out. And it's Camavinga. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Kvaratskhelia is in a really good position out wide. He is through here. Chance! It's a goal! A 2-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Paris Saint-Germain are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produce something out of nothing there.
Dembele! Dembele! Brilliant! He's got himself an absolute peach. It's all becoming so easy. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
Paris Saint-Germain find a position of real strength now.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
Oh, the ball's come loose here. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And here's Kvaratskhelia. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shot.
And the shot! That's a risky ball, you've got to say. That's going to go a long way. Chouameni Well, it's still early in the second half, but this does look like a job already done. Looking for options. Takes a shot! It's in! So smooth. A signature finish.
Yeah, great movement and great use of space to get on the end of the pass, and that pretty much did it.
So could they be onto something here? Chouameni. Drills what shot at goal! Oh, great low ball in.
Oh, he may have snatched at that, Peter. The ball came in at a pace, and at a good height too. He only needed to redirect it.
Sostituzione per la Francia. Numero 9.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
Lasciano il campo per il numero 12, il numero 15, il numero 14. Attenzione, un cambio.
Paris Saint-Germain perhaps contemplating their next change here. Nicely weighted ball. It's come to nothing. Fabian Ruiz.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Now it's Doué. Dembele under intense pressure.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind them up in the process, Peter.
And he's managed to get free. Rabiot. Ambitious ball here.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Nuno Mendes. Not the most accurate pass. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Just a quarter of an hour to play. And he's lost his man here. Can he finish? Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
It's starting to look like a done deal now. Doué, that is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Now it's Colomouani. And it's Hernandez. He's on it, can he get away? The pass has gone astray. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Now it's Doué.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
France can breathe again, just.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Passes short and sharp. Dembele. Vitinha. Kvaratskhelia on 2 now and looking for 3. And that is a little undercooked. Lovely ball and a real chance now. Stood up well to him there.
3 minuti di recupero.
Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Fofana.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Shot could be on. Now it's Kvaratskhelia. Koundé, Mbappe, and there goes the final whistle. Paris Saint-Germain pretty much in utopia, imposing themselves in the manner they wanted right from the start. A show all about one side's remorselessness, ruthlessness, relentlessness. Dembele voted man of the match, and deservedly so. Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
Things really are sizzling here in Milan. The San Siro provides the perfect backdrop to the excitement which will follow. So things are underway. Vitinha. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
The defensive qualities of William Saliba. For me, Peter, he's someone who's shown great leadership from such a young age when starting his career in France. I see a lot of bravery and courage, and I think they're words you associate with somebody who is very good in both boxes.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. And it's Vitinha. Played out to the left flank. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. Opts to play it back. And the shot! Oh, it's gone in!
I've been there myself, and that's the last thing he wanted to happen. I really sympathise.
It's a huge moment for the game and a shocking moment for him personally, but it happened at the best possible time. This is recoverable.
So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Look, often chances are hard to come by in these games, so just one mistake could be all it takes to make the difference.
That's just playing it safe and simple. Kvaratskhelia really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, He was being very closely marshalled.
Oh, easy pickings there. Quarter of an hour played. And back to the goalkeeper. And that's been won straight back. João Neves. Paris Saint-Germain already with the upper hand and looking to turn it into something close to dominance. Kante receives it in a wide position. Oh, he's played it. There's the shot! And that's a sharp finish. France are back on level terms. One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
France are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome...
Shot, surely! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! And they've got their lead back. Unstoppable. Just how do they contain him?
Fabian Ruiz demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
Paris Saint-Germain. Header! And that's in! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
Devoid of any complexity, but boy was that certain.
Well, when you get service like that into the box, you can't go wrong.
Quite a game this, all square again.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Kvaratskhelia! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! And they get themselves in front! That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing. So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Paris Saint-Germain have reclaimed it. Now it's Doué. That's clear cut. It's a free kick. It's a straight red. He has been given his marching orders. France are down to 10 men.
Sostituzione per la Francia. Numero 9.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Yeah, they're looking for some imagination, and his job's going to be to add that element of craft and guile, the man pulling the strings.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And into the grateful arms of the keeper. João Neves. Paris Saint-Germain looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes. He's had it taken off him.
This is the time you need that pace.
Oh, couldn't quite catch up to that. Hakimi. And here's Mbappe. Now it's Chouameni. Rabiot has it in a wide position. Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense, and claimed it back swiftly. Fabian Ruiz.
Ci saranno 3 minuti di recupero.
And it's Neves. Oh, it's Dembele. And the counter-attack is on for France. Oh, nicely intercepted. Pacho. Not the most accurate pass. Camavinga. Looking for the run. Oh, that's fabulous. And this is Dembele. That has been slung wide. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Well, it's been played at such a frenetic pace. I'm amazed it's only been 45 minutes. I'm wondering whether these players are going to be able to maintain that energy.
Paris Saint-Germain leading just about at the break. It's too close for comfort. It's 3-2. So right back into the action. Nuno Mendes. And Kvaratskhelia. And it's Ruiz. João Neves. And it's Rabiot. Mbappe. Has a look and plays it forward. Oh, he's found support out wide. He's shifting through the gears here. That's a little off target. The ball has bounced loose now. Oh, super ball. Rabiot! It's a goal! What remarkable powers of recovery.
Well, this is just incredible. I mean, who would have seen this? Neither manager, I think. It's all happening.
You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
France dragged themselves back again.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Dembele unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And he's gone backward here.
Paris Saint-Germain really just need to be careful for the next 10 minutes or so, deal with the pressure and come again. Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
So we've reached the hour mark.
È di 80.113 spettatori.
Looking to play him in. Spread neatly. And that's the keeper's ball. It's not an especially good pass, that. Oh, that pass isn't the best. He's a sharp little ball here. Delivered. Goes for a shot!
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
João Neves. That is good strength. Stood up well to him there. Now it's Mbappe. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Quality ball. Now it's Dembele. Hakimi. Now, can they get him away? Vitinha. Now it's Doué. Can he get on the end of this? Camavinga. So what can they make of this? Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. That's good play. Camavinga did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. It's run loose here. Great ball, and he shoots! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! Into the lead once more. Just gorgeous, the most glorious, delicious of touches, followed up with an unerring finish.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
Sostituzione per la Francia. Numero 8.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides. Paris Saint-Germain have their lead.
This is the perfect example of how to play with a man advantage. Move the opposition from side to side, wear them down, deserve goal.
Olise nicked it back promptly. And it's Vitinha.
Paris Saint-Germain clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
And here's Barcola. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And here's Ruiz. He steps in, and that's the end of that. João Neves.
Paris Saint-Germain really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
Plays it in low. Olise. Paris Saint-Germain close now to seeing this one through to the end. Now this could be a chance.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Oh, that's a vigorous challenge.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
Tries to play it through. Camavinga. And he welcomes it in. And it's Doué. Well, added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Paris Saint-Germain have emerged victorious in this match of thrills. The odd goal ultimately proving the difference. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, it was engaging, if not an edge-of-your-seat counter, and importantly, it offered the right result.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Things really are sizzling here in Milan. The San Siro provides the perfect backdrop to the excitement which will follow. Things already rolling. And now the breakaway. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, Peter, I really like this lad Jules Koundé a lot. He isn't the biggest, but he's known for having a big character that makes up for that. He's brilliant in boxes and he can outmuscle opponents that are much bigger than him. You add a little bit of pace to that and he's a formidable presence at the back.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Hernandez drives forward on the overlap. Doué. And Mendes. Kvaratskhelia. Fofana was in no mood for any of that. Now it's Fofana. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Played out wide, aimed beyond the defence. It is early, but the game hasn't yet sparked into life. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Kolo Muani. Oh, he's having a go! It's bounced back off the post. João Neves.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Now it's Mbappe. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. Oh, he's played. Can he finish? And again! Goal! France! And France are in front. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Oh, he was definitely fully focused on that, Peter. His reaction and anticipation got him there when everyone else was spectating.
France have penetrated for the first time.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react. Paris Saint-Germain really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decision...
It's Dembele! Oh, it's fallen loose again!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And it's Neves. No, he's not getting his way this time.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
He's in a great position here. Kvaratskhelia. He's picked his way through. Vitinha. That's tidy. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Doué.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Hakimi promptly onto that, and that is that. And it's Doué. João Neves. Fofana. Chance here to counter. Nice looking ball. Pass somewhat off target. Fabian Ruiz. Vitinha. Vitinha gets on his bike and on the move. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. That's going wide left. João Neves. Fabian Ruiz. Out towards the flank. And that's been drilled in. Saliba shoots! Oh, he's just got under that.
Well, I think the defence are breathing a big sigh of relief here. He really spanked that, and it wasn't far away at all.
Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence. Up towards the front line. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. And he is going into that little black book. Well, that pass isn't the best. Upamecano is there to clear. João Neves.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Mendes does really well to win the ball there. He won't be happy with that one. Now it's Kolo Muani. Rabiot. And it's Tchouaméni. And it's Hernandez. Rabiot running at top gear. Hernandez picks it up out wide. Rabiot. And that is headed for the middle. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Vitinha. No way through. Shifted it to the flank. Rabiot. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead, and that gives them something to build on after the break. Paris Saint-Germain come in at half-time on the wrong end of a 1-0 scoreline.
It's been a pretty tepid display. They'll want to use this break wisely to regroup and come out with some fresh initiatives. This is all still very salvageable, maybe even winnable.
So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest.
Sostituzione per la Francia. Numero 14, numero 24. Lasciano il campo per
We're on the move again.
numero 6, il numero 11.
Paris Saint-Germain can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
He has found the way through. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Probing pass. Now it's Mbappe. And he's managed to get Mbappe! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Saliba. And he's quick to snatch it back.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And he's been shifted off it. Kvaratskhelia. Tchouaméni. Mendes kept his eye on it, and he's there. And it's Ruiz. Oh, he's found support out wide. Oh, that's fabulous. Kvaratskhelia! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Oh, good-looking ball. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. France are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
And he can clear it away.
L'affluenza di quest'oggi è di
Well, they've got it back in a hurry.
80.607 spettatori.
It's a throw-in. Now it's Mbappe, and he was quick to react. João Neves. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
We've not seen much from this team as a whole, Peter. OK, that's largely due to the way their opponents have approached it, but they can up their game considerably, and I mean considerably.
Nicked it back promptly. Now it's Tchouaméni. That's a good ball.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And that is out of play.
Sostituzione per la Francia. Numero 12. Viene sostituito con il numero 9. Cambio di giocatori.
Showing good feet. Cross flung in towards them. And a header! And that's a sharp finish. And there we have it, the 2-goal cushion. That is a fine goal, really efficiently done.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, that's a real psychological weight off the shoulders, I think. It's a very different game now with 2 up.
It's a pretty loose pass. Fabian Ruiz. Now it's Doué. Fabian Ruiz. It's a sweep. Tries a shot! And that's a tidy finish. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
Just one inning. And the shot! And needless to say, that deserved better.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Paris Saint-Germain do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Nuno Mendes. João Neves. And he's forced to go back.
Paris Saint-Germain really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Marquinhos gets across to intercept that. And it's Doué. He's a sharp little ball here. They're urging him to shoot. Plays it in low.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Ball is over the line.
Sostituzione per la Francia. Numero 26. Numero 11. Lasciano il campo per il numero 25, il numero 7. Attenzione, una sostituzione.
And he's managed to gift it back. It's a searching pass. Paris Saint-Germain have, after this, one further opportunity to make a substitution. Barcola chasing after it. The final moments of a game that has been pretty compelling overall.
Well, I like to see, Peter, that they haven't given up yet, so the spirit burns on.
Hernandez cuts out the pass. Fabian Ruiz. Dembele. Now it's Lee Kang-in. Oh, good take in a good area.
Paris Saint-Germain really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
And this is Dembele. Great ball. Can he finish? Oh, the ball's run loose here. It's a good-looking delivery.
Ci saranno 3 minuti di recupero.
Nicely weighted ball. Nice physical challenge. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. And there goes the final whistle. Well, this was a game they could so easily have won on another day, but alas, that wasn't to be, and they go to Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Unmistakably, the San Siro, this most distinctive of structures, 80,000 it holds. We are just getting started. This is the lineup we've been given. How do you read it, Jim?
Well, the modern version of that is a lot more fluid and flexible than in bygone times. There's a much greater understanding of the need for players to cover forward running, and it enables risk-taking while the gaps are filled. I'm very much a fan of it. There are a lot of people who seem to have kind of ignored it and just put it to bed, but it still works, it's still valid, and I think we're going to see it be successful here.
And here's Thuram. Oh, good spread. And he's certainly onside here. Brilliantly cut out. Now somewhat off target. And he's cut it out. So, Jim, tell me this. Who are you looking for in particular? Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Well, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Mbappe has the space to scheme. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. A probing pass. And this is Dembele. Saliba was in no mood for any of that. Saliba did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Vitinha. Mbappe. Mbappe gets on his bike and on the move. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And he welcomes it in. He's having a shot! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
Oh, just skips past his man. Looking to play him in. It's a promising position. Thinks about the shot. Some resolute defending there. And it's Vitinha. Now it's Kvaratskhelia. Vitinha. Tchouameni gets it away. And here's Doué. Oh, nice one too. Doué! Goal! And they're threatening to fly away here.
Oh, what a lovely exchange, Peter. I mean, he did the give and go, and that's just a lovely return ball. The weight of it was absolute perfection.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
Now it's Doué. He's shifting through the gears here. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. That's been drilled in.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Doué with an air of confidence about him, a certain swagger.
Well, I thought that run had balance and control, skill and strength. The sort of desire we hope will spread.
João Neves. Now Fabian Ruiz. Not where it came from. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Mbappe. Fofana.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Koundé attempts a clearance. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. Marquinhos gets over and intercepts. Nicely weighted ball. And there's green grass ahead of him. Shapes to shoot! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Dembele really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
There's a defensive height advantage here, Peter, but of course it's not guaranteed to work.
Yeah, they need to be thinking in terms of guile, deception, don't they? Fabian Ruiz. And now they can spring out of defence. Thuram picks it up out wide. And that is expertly dealt with.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Doué is herring after that one. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. And that pass isn't the best.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
And it's Fofana. Can he get it through? Delivery. Header! Now, who's going to be first to this? France. Fofana! It's in! And on the stroke of half-time, a priceless goal. Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
And that is all they have time for. So, engaging and still right on edge. Plenty of signs to suggest this will turn out to be a really good one. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They'll want a good start to the second half.
Paris Saint-Germain are leading, but it is still delicately poised. It's 2-1. Down to business again. Pinches it off him. Fofana. Now the cross. And he was alert to it. Well, that looks a decent ball. That's a little off target. The ball is loose and the chase is on. And the counter-attack could be on for Paris Saint-Germain. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Tacho makes the interception. Kvaratskhelia stood up well to him there. Chouameni looking for options for movement. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending and they got away with it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
It's a sweeping cross. Oh, it's gone in!
Well, that's really unfortunate. he'll be kicking himself at the moment, and believe me, I know how that feels.
So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Listen, sometimes you need that little bit of luck in games like these.
It's run loose here. Fabian Ruiz.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah.
Shot a goal! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Oh, it's a brilliant effort, you have to say that. He clearly wanted to do it in style.
Sostituzione per la Francia. Numero 24.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Numero 26. Numero 14. Lasciano il campo per il numero 7. Il numero 12.
Oh, that's a key interception.
Il numero 6.
Olise. And here's Dembele. Now this could be a chance. Dembele, it's Dembele! And again! Well taken goal. Just one goal in it now. Game on. Simplicity itself.
It's shocking, the ease with which he was able to get into the space, and a player of his quality was highly unlikely to miss that.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
France cut their deficit and look raring to go again.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back.
Vitinha. And that pass just didn't quite work. Koundé with the clearance. Vitinha. Vitinha makes a dash for it. Crunching tackle. And here's Doué. Tacho kept his eye on it, and he's there. Hernandez. Oh, what has happened here? Dembele. That's put pay to the danger. What a throw in. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Deftly away. That has ended up in no man's land. Camavinga, and that has left him in a heap. Oh, this looks sharp. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Kvaratskhelia! And that would have been game, set and match.
Kvaratskhelia has reacted in utter shock here. For him, the keeper has pulled off the impossible.
And here's Colomwani.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Looking for a runner. That has not gone well. And here's Mbappe. Threads one in. That's good play.
France really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Now it's Doué. Dembele finds himself unceremoniously floored. Oh, he's been caught napping. Oh, shooting chance! And the keeper couldn't hold it. And that's a good finish. And there we have it, the 2-goal cushion. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
That has been drummed into him from such an early age, Peter. It almost came as second nature. He susses the keeper couldn't hold on to it, and he's there in a flash.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
Well, you had to fancy him, Peter. He seems to be growing in stature with every goal.
So is that the decisive goal? Not much in the way of time remaining. That's the end. It's a super show all round, both sides doing their best to impose themselves, but one evidently, undeniably better equipped than the other. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out to do, and the players were determined to deliver.
Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
Oggi si incontrano.
I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Unmistakably, the San Siro, this most distinctive of structures, 80,000 it holds. Things already rolling. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, I get the feeling, Peter, that this guy, Michael Elise, will be very much on show here. He's, I think, superb in that position on the right-hand side. I don't want to see him moved anywhere else in the team because he's expert in that area. And I think the next phase in his career now is to start scoring more goals. He's already pretty proficient at that, but he's good enough to add many more goals to his game. And he could do some damage here too.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. And here's Dembele. He's a sharp little ball. Oh, shooting chance! It's in!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
The vision wonderful, the technique perfect.
The skill and the confidence was just brilliant, and he showed both a quick head and even quicker feet.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. And here's Rabiot. Now it's Thuram, looking to pass their way up the pitch. Mbappe, big chance! And the keeper couldn't hold it. And it's in! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Oh, he was definitely fully focused on that, Peter. His reaction and anticipation got him there when everyone else was spectating.
France restore parity.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose.
Dembele! Oh, he's been... and it's come back out to him. Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! And they're back in front. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, you might think I'm being a bit harsh, Peter, but I just can't help the feeling that the keeper should have done a better job. Full stop.
Paris Saint-Germain have their lead. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Paris Saint-Germain clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always good.
Chance for a shot! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. And this is... and the shot! Oh, that is really good tenacity.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
And he's there to get it away. Paris Saint-Germain are looking to go forward now. And he's managed to get free. Koundé did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. No, he is not giving anything away. Looking for the run. Great ball if he can get there. He's got away. He's in a good... Rabiot! Mbappe gets flagged offside. Now it's Dembele. Now it's Doué. And it's Rabiot. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Getting on for a third of the way through the game. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Pacho. Fabian Ruiz. And it's Neves. Oh, it's Dembele. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Here's Tchouaméni. Rabiot. Oh, easy pickings there. Aims beyond the defence. Tchouaméni. Oh, they could break here. Fofana. Can he get it through? Tacho kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Stood up well to him there. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. And here's Doué. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Rabiot. Driven forward. Now he's off and running. Tacho. João Neves. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Mbappe. Vitinha tries to thread one through. Now it's Kvaratskhelia. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. And he's picked it up out wide. Early ball out from the back. Tacho cuts it out. Into stoppage time. Very little left on it. That's good vision. He has found the way through. He's having a shot! Ambitious ball here. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. Rabiot is being told in no uncertain terms that this will be... And for the first half, that is that. So we have here a genuinely competitive game with neither team truly in control. A single goal the difference at half-time. Neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They'll want a good start to the second half.
Paris Saint-Germain ahead by just the odd goal in 3. It is 2-1 at the interval.
Sostituzione per la Francia. Numero 11. Viene sostituito.
So off we go again.
Numero 7.
Nuno Mendes. And it's Vitinha. Now João Neves. Kvaratskhelia picks it up out wide. Pavard did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Now it's Tchouaméni. Well, that looks a decent ball. And he shoots! In he goes again. Well taken goal. Once more they've done it. They just will not lie down.
I could watch this every week, Peter. Talk about strength of character. Wonderful.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Oh, that's great movement from him. He instinctively knew that the ball was going to come back out and put himself where he needed to be. The sort of thing you just can't teach.
Quite a game this, all square again.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game. The taker has to look for options because an aerial supply doesn't look promising here.
Yeah, they've got to find a way around this huge height disadvantage. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Now, can they get him away? Oh, that looks a cracking ball.
We're in for an intriguing second half now, contrasting moods that could reverse in a flash. Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
And there's his chance to lead the counter.
L'affluenza di quest'oggi è di
Now it's Fofana.
80.314 spettatori.
And it's Dembele. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Can he get on the end of this? Looking tidy in possession here. Turan. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Doué. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Vitinha. Looking for options for movement. Now it's Fabian Ruiz. And this is Dembele. Shot at goal! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! And they've got their lead back. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Nuno Mendes, Vitinha, Kvaratskhelia providing an outlet on that flank. Chouameni. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, just skips past his man, knocks it into space, and he was alert to it.
France really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
They're coming again and again.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Looking for a runner. Dink through. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Camavinga. It's a good looking... Oh, good glide! And a neat finish! And the lead lost no time at all!
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
Broad smiles all round. It is indeed a fine, fine header.
Well, when you get service like that into the box, you can't go wrong.
Sostituzione per la Francia. Numero 26. Numero 10.
Time for a change in personnel.
Numero 14.
So again, we have parity.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Fabian Ruiz does really well there. He is strong. Doué. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? That's a foul, no two ways about it. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Doué. That pass just didn't quite work.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
It's an inviting looking ball, that. Still anyone's game, this. One moment can decide it.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still...
Shapes to shoot! Goal, France! And the complete!
Yeah, and he did well not to stray offside there as well, Peter. He just seemed to instinctively know when the ball was going to be delivered, and he got it right.
And in a trice, the substitute has scored already.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
Cambio di giocatori.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting. This looks very much like a shoring up of the rear guard.
Look, only time will tell now if this is the right decision, but at least the manager hasn't dawdled. You know, he's reacted quickly, and it needed that.
Paris Saint-Germain really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
He steps in, and that's the end of that. Koundé. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. And the finish! And it's in! And surely that clinches it! There really is no way back now! The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
It's shocking, the ease with which he was able to get into the space, and the player of his quality was highly unlikely to miss that.
And that will be the final act. A game that is a tale of one that got away. A position of great promise they established, but they lost momentum, they lost it. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you, I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
This truly is a place of which you never tire. The San Siro, one of the most historic of football venues in Italy, or indeed anywhere. So we're very much on the way now. Thuram's cross.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Now this could take a shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And now they... Mbappe! It's there!
Well, there's leadership for you. That's what the armband means for him, setting the perfect example, the perfect tone. Tremendous!
There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Good take, and is he... Can he finish? He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Tries to play it through. João Neves. That's destined for the flank. Now it's Kvaratskhelia. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Vitinha. Fofana. Fabian Ruiz. Shot could be on. And the finish! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball.
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
Pinches it off him. Vitinha. That has been slung wide. Oh, that's a vigorous challenge. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. There could be trouble here. But for now, the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. So he's plotting something before playing it in. Mignon claims comfortably. Well, that is one way to stop him. That's an untidy challenge, free kick given.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Paris Saint-Germain couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. Great defending, strong and determined.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Spread neatly. Thuram. And this is Rabiot. France have themselves a corner, I think. Yes, they do. France have their second corner now. There's the header! And he can clear it away. It's loose now and they want to get it back.
Paris Saint-Germain really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Can he spark a counter here? Do it. And it's Fofana. Fofana. Good, strong midfield running here. Picked out brilliantly. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Doué. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Now it's Dembele. Thuram chasing after it. Now it's Thuram. And this is Rabiot. João Neves. Hakimi. Now it's Mbappe.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
He's taking on the lot of them.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
There's the shot!
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Now it's Dembele. Great ball, and he's in here. Kvaratskhelia showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Now it's Mbappe. Fofana. Space for him to turn and look. Plays it in low. Vitinha getting this one clear. Tchouaméni. Lovely pass, but can he get there? João Neves.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Fabian Ruiz.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
Some resolute defending there.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Floated through. And for the first half, that is that. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Paris Saint-Germain currently behind by 1-0 at the break.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly. The second half is up and running.
Paris Saint-Germain can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
And that could well leave a mark. Tries to get it clear.
Dembele really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Looks to the other side. And it's Rabiot. Can he get on the end of this? Doué. Rabiot. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Thuram. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Now, he's got space here. Nicely intercepted. Rabiot. Well, that looks a decent ball. That's the keeper's ball. Fabian Ruiz. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Paris Saint-Germain still this single goal behind. Now he's running away. Koundé. Just about up to the hour now.
L'affluenza di quest'oggi è di
And he's been shifted off it.
80.953 spettatori.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, there really isn't enough happening up front, Peter. They just haven't been afforded much by way of creating chances. They must start showing some bite.
Doué. And the shot! Denied by an instinctive save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Pacho spots it and intercepts. And it's Ruiz. Vitinha. Great vision. Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense.
Paris Saint-Germain really are going for it.
Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. And he has shown him a yellow card. Well, he stayed down and is in very obvious discomfort here.
Well, you either commit a foul and take one for the team, or just stand by and concede a potential goal. It's not a great choice, Peter, but I think I do the former in that position.
Sostituzione per la Francia. Numero
Not much
24.
doubt about who's going to take this one. And now as good a time as any to pull level.
Lasciano il campo per il numero 11, il numero 7, il numero 6. Attenzione, una sostituzione.
He's got himself an absolute peach. Paris Saint-Germain are back on level terms. Oh, that is a bit special.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
Paris Saint-Germain restore parity.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Intercepts the throw, that's well read. Mbappe might just make this. Paris Saint-Germain perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Kvaratskhelia goes for a shot! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Oh, it's very good running that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Goes forward. Dembele going after that. Just a quarter of an hour to play.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
That's a nicely shaped ball. And it's gone all the way through to the keeper.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Fofana.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Lee Kang-in. Now it's Dembele. Saliba does really well to win the ball there. And here's Mbappe. Olise. Olise touches it back. And here's Mbappe. Strokes it back. Real chance! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
Sostituzione per la Francia. Numero
So,
26.
third corner of the game.
Numero 4. Lasciano il campo per il numero 25, il numero 15. Attenzione, un cambio.
Camavinga! And that's a real chance missed.
Oh, and looking, there's the urgency they need, and it nearly brought them a goal.
And he's straight offside. Chouameni and Koundé. Dembele.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Long ball upfield. No, that's been intercepted. Fabian Ruiz.
Ci saranno 3 minuti di
Oh,
recupero.
easy pickings there.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Oh, some tackle that. Another chance from a corner.
It's make or break time now, and they're all headed for the penalty box.
Paris Saint-Germain could try it again now.
Well, they've got to get everyone forward, and maybe even the keeper.
He's having a shot! Incredible! Just incredible! Oh, that has got to be it! This has to be it!
Gol per il Paris Saint-Germain. Numero 8.
And the referee brings it to a close. Paris Saint-Germain have been forced to do it the hard way, but they have pulled themselves through unwaveringly to win. A great performance by any measure.
Signore e signori,
Dembele picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. Paris Saint-Germain have done it. They're people without a fingernail. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi everyone. The excitement has really picked up now and I'm eager for the action to start.
Things really are sizzling here in Milan. The San Siro provides the perfect backdrop to the excitement which will follow. We're up and running then. And here's Thuram, and he cuts out the supply.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Dembele. Oh, that's neat. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
The fella you're looking at, Peter, Achraf Hakimi. I think one of the better offensive fullbacks anywhere in the world. He's very much the modern fullback. He was a winger, moved a little bit deeper, but he still has that...
He's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Well, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. No way through. He won't be happy with that one. And it's Rabiot. Now it's Thuram. Great vision. Plenty to aim at here. Oh, he's been flattened there. João Neves. Now it's Dembele. Now it's Dembele. He is through here. Fabian Ruiz. Patience, the overwhelming virtue in this game so far. Oh, shooting chance! Rabiot. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. Now it's Mbappe. Nice looking ball. Now it's Fofana. Oh, he's played it in low. And the keeper gets his hands on it. Kvaratskhelia. Saliba cuts it out. No, that's been intercepted. Fabian Ruiz. Vitinha. Good defending there. They've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. Rabiot. Tacho gets across to intercept that. Upamecano cuts out the pass.
This is actually quite a courageous move, and I'll add ambitious and adventurous too.
Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Nicely weighted ball. Can he finish? Goal! France! And France are in front. How very smart. He just got it right.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Played into space. Doué in acres of space out wide. And he's in on goal! And a chance! Oh, that was no routine save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he? Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
And now they can spring out of defence. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Vitinha. That's destined for the flank. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Vitinha. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. He's in a great position here. Tacho kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Fabian Ruiz. Just past the 40th minute mark. Well, that is one way to stop him. Goes down, but nothing given. Oh, that's a key interception. Tchouaméni. So, what can they make of this? There will be a throw-in. Intercepts the throw, that's well read. Vitinha, and it's Mendes. Oh, that pass isn't the best. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. This is a promising build-up. Now it's Fofana. And he plays one through. He's being urged to shoot. João Neves. And that signals the end of the first period. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Paris Saint-Germain finding themselves behind by just one goal at the break.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Paris Saint-Germain can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
And here's Doué. Can he get it through? Great challenge, timed to perfection. And he's there to belt it away. Can he get on the end of this? Now it's Thuram. He's got away. Thuram! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
France have their second corner now. He's having a shot! Now, who's going to be first to this? He couldn't get hold of it.
Good piece of opportunism there, but wasn't able to turn it home in the end.
Corner number 3 coming up. He's rising! And he's quick to get rid. Paris Saint-Germain have the chance to go the other way. Quality ball. And this is them. It's Dembele!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Oh, he's been caught on it here. Oh, good-looking ball. Chance here to counter. Paris Saint-Germain still this single goal behind. Hernandez. That is good alertness. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can.
Just a keeper in his way!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
L'affluenza di quest'oggi è di 80.607 spettatori.
And here's Doué.
Paris Saint-Germain really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Pass somewhat off target. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
We've not seen much from this team as a whole, Peter. OK, that's largely due to the way their opponents have approached it, but they can up their game considerably, and I mean considerably.
Fabian Ruiz. And he's forced to go back. He's not got that quite right. Fabian Ruiz. Marquinhos gets over and intercepts. Now, can they get him away? Fabian Ruiz. Rabiot.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
It's a throw-in.
Sostituzione per la Francia. Numero 24, numero 9, numero 26, numero 14. Lasciano il campo per
Some
il
resolute
numero 7,
defending there.
il numero 12.
Oh,
il
looks a
numero
good one.
25.
Surely he can't miss!
Attenzione, un
Decent
cambio.
chance! Oh, wonderful effort, all by himself.
Dembele just backs himself every time. Give him a challenge and he'll rise to it.
Corner number 4 coming
Cambio
up
di
here.
giocatori.
Paris Saint-Germain are looking to go forward now. Well, that has not gone well. Guendouzi. And it's Camavinga. Oh, nice touch. Paris Saint-Germain have, after this, one further opportunity to make a substitution.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Lee Kang-in. This looks promising.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Oh, super find. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Well, the ball's gone astray. Upamecano did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Paris Saint-Germain couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. And here's Dembele. Space for him to turn and look. That's tidy. Real chance here. Oh, such a clever touch. And it's Camavinga.
France can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
Claret. Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone.
Attenzione, una sostituzione.
And this is the big chance.
I think it looks as if they're going to try and whip this one in with pace.
Ci saranno 3 minuti di
That has been
recupero.
knocked clear. Hakimi. And this is Dembele. Dembele. It's Camavinga. Now it's Dembele. Looking for options for movement. And we're done. So in the end, one goal did it. An exciting encounter where both sides produced a genuine effort to go on and win it, but neither was able to add to the scoreline in the end.
Signore e signori, facciamo gli
How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Well, I hate to sound too harsh, Peter, but that was poor. I mean, devoid of ideas, devoid of guile, devoid of cohesion, and ultimately devoid of any real fight. It just wasn't a great watch.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all.